Welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll explore the plant kingdom with easy mnemonics, key examples, and important diagrams. Missed something? No worries, download the notes from our Linktree. Don't forget to subscribe for smarter, exam-focused content. Let's begin and make learning biology easier together. Let's understand the plant kingdom step by step with fun mnemonics. Order of plant groups from simple to complex. Algae, Bryophytes, Pteridophytes, Gymnosperms, Angiosperms. Mnemonic: all brave people grow apple trees. This helps you remember the evolutionary sequence in plants. Classes of algae, remember C, P, R. 1. Chlorophyceae, green algae. 2. Phaeophyceae, brown algae. 3. Rhodophyceae, red algae. Mnemonic: cool pretty roses. Bryophytes are divided into liverworts like Marchantia and mosses like Funaria. Mnemonic: lively mosses. Pteridophyte examples. Remember S, F, M. Selaginella, ferns, Marsilea. Mnemonic: sea ferns multiply. Gymnosperms include Pinus, Cycas, Cedrus. Mnemonic: powerful cold conifers. Angiosperms are of two types: dicots and monocots. Dicots: pea, rose, sunflower. Monocots: grass, wheat, maize. Mnemonic: peas rise slowly, grass waves majestically. Let's explore the plant kingdom with some important and easy-to-remember examples from each major group. 1. Algae. These are simple, aquatic plants classified into three major classes. Chlorophyceae, also called green algae. Examples: Chlamydomonas, Volvox, and Ulothrix. Phaeophyceae, the brown algae, found mostly in marine water. Examples: Ectocarpus, Dictyota, Fucus, and Laminaria. Rhodophyceae, the red algae, known for their red pigments. Examples: Polysiphonia, Gracilaria, Gelidium and Porphyra. 2. Bryophytes. These are amphibians of the plant kingdom. They need water to reproduce. Examples: Marchantia, a liverwort, and Funaria and Sphagnum, a moss. 3. Pteridophytes. These are the first land plants with true roots, stems, and leaves. They reproduce by spores. Examples: Selaginella, ferns, Marsilea, Equisetum and Salvinia. 4. Gymnosperms. These are seed plants, but their seeds are naked, not enclosed in fruits. Examples: Pinus, Cycas, Cedrus and Ginkgo. 5. Angiosperms. These are flowering plants, with seeds enclosed inside fruits. They are the most advanced group. Examples: pea, mustard, wheat, grass, rice, and maize. Let's look at some important diagrams from the Chlorophyceae group of algae. First, we have Chlamydomonas, a unicellular, motile green alga. It has a cup-shaped chloroplast, two flagella for movement, and an eyepot that helps it detect light. You can also see the pyrenoid, which stores starch, and other cell parts like the nucleus, mitochondria, and starch grains. This structure shows how even a single-celled organism can be complex and efficient at photosynthesis. Next, we have Volvox, which is a colonial alga. Here, you can see a parent colony made up of many cells arranged in a sphere. Inside, there are daughter colonies, showing how Volvox reproduces asexually. This is a great example of simple multicellularity. Lastly, we have Ulothrix, a filamentous alga. The diagram shows its unbranched thread-like body made up of many similar cells arranged in a row. These filaments can float or attach to rocks in freshwater. These examples from Chlorophyceae highlight the diversity in form, from unicellular to colonial and filamentous algae, all playing a key role in aquatic ecosystems. Let's look at two key examples from the class Bryophytes, or brown algae, Fucus and Ectocarpus. Starting with Fucus, observe its air bladders. These help the plant float near the water surface for better sunlight absorption during photosynthesis. It has a frond or blade-like structure, a midrib for support, and a holdfast that anchors it to the sea floor. Next, we have Ectocarpus, a simpler filamentous brown alga. It shows uniseriate filaments, meaning the cells are arranged in a single row. It also has branches called pseudodichotomous branching, where it looks like a fork but actually grows unevenly. Both these algae store food as laminarin and mannitol, and possess chlorophyll A, C, and fucoxanthin, which gives them their brown color. These structures are very important for survival in marine habitats and are frequently asked in NEET. Let's understand the structure of Laminaria, a brown alga from class Bryophytes. This thallus is differentiated into three parts. The frond is the broad, flat leaf-like structure where photosynthesis occurs. The stipe is the stalk-like structure that connects the frond to the base. At the bottom, the holdfast attaches the thallus to rocks or any substrate in the sea, acting like roots, but it doesn't absorb nutrients like true roots. This differentiation into frond, stipe, and holdfast is a key feature of complex brown algae like Laminaria. Now observe the diagram of Dictyota, another common brown alga. Its body is dichotomously branched, meaning each branch divides into two equal parts repeatedly. The frond is flat and leaf-like. The stipe, or stalk, supports the frond and provides structure. Dictyota does not show much internal differentiation but is important due to its dichotomous branching pattern, making it easy to recognize in both diagrams and lab samples. Polysiphonia has a highly branched, filamentous body with a distinct main axis. It reproduces via a complex triphasic life cycle, a unique feature of red algae. Porphyra has a simple, flat, leaf-like body called a frond. It's thin and photosynthetic, making it an efficient marine alga. Two, Bryophytes. Are of two types. They are liverwort and moss. Let's start with liverwort. Example: Marcantia, female thallus. Have archegoniophore, a specialized upright structure that bears archegonia, female sex organs. Have gemma cup. It is a cup-like structure for asexual reproduction via gemmae, tiny vegetative buds. Have rhizoids, root-like structures that anchor the plant. Marcantia, male thallus. Have antheridiophore, upright stalk-bearing antheridia, male sex organs. Gemma cups and rhizoids are also present, just like the female thallus. Let's move to moss. For example, Funaria, have gametophyte and sporophyte. Gametophyte, dominant green leafy part with leaves, main axis, rhizoids. Sporophyte, grows on gametophyte, has seta, long stalk. Capsule, contains spores for dispersal. Let's look at sphagnum, also known as peat moss, a common moss in the Bryophyta group. Antheridial branch, this is the male reproductive branch. It contains antheridia, which produce male gametes. Archegonial branch, this is the female reproductive branch. It contains archegonia, which produce female gametes. Branches, in sphagnum, branches grow in clusters, giving it a bushy appearance. Now, let's move to pteridophytes, which were the first vascular land plants with true roots, stems, and leaves. Selaginella, a unique fern ally. Leaves, these are small and arranged in a specific pattern. A special feature called a ligule, a tiny tongue-like outgrowth, is found at the base of each leaf. Stem, it can be upright or prostrate, growing along the ground. Roots, it has adventitious roots, meaning the roots arise from the stem base, not from the root system. Equisetum, also called horsetail. Strobilus, at the tip of the stem, you'll see a cone-like structure called the strobilus. This contains sporangia that produce spores. Nodes and internodes. The stem is clearly segmented into nodes and internodes, making it look jointed. Branches. Branches grow in whorls from the nodes, giving the plant a brush-like appearance. Rhizome. It has an underground horizontal stem called the rhizome, which also gives rise to adventitious roots. Let's begin with Pteridophytes, the first true land plants with vascular tissues. Fern, example, Bryophytes. Ferns are known for their large, divided leaves, also called fronds. When young, these fronds uncoil from a spiral, a process known as circinate texus. The plant has an underground stem, called a rhizome, which helps in vegetative propagation. Adventitious roots grow from this rhizome and help the plant anchor and absorb water. So, when you see a typical garden fern, you're most likely seeing a Bryophytes or similar species. Salvinia, a special aquatic fern. Salvinia is a free-floating aquatic fern, that means it doesn't need soil to grow. It's heterosporous, meaning it produces two different types of spores, one male, one female. What's unique is it has two kinds of leaves, one is green and floating, and the other is finely divided and submerged, looking like roots, but they are not true roots. It is usually found in still or slow-moving freshwater habitats, like ponds or rice fields. Now let's move on to Gymnosperms, the naked seed plants. Cycas, a living fossil among Gymnosperms. Cycas looks like a palm, but it is not a flowering plant, it belongs to the Gymnosperm group. It has an unbranched stem with a crown of long, feather-like, pinnate, leaves at the top. Cycas is dioecious, meaning male and female plants are separate. A fascinating feature of cycas is its motile, flagellated sperm, a primitive trait not seen in most modern plants. Also, unlike other gymnosperms, cycas does not produce a female cone, which makes it unique. Pinus, a classic coniferous tree. Pinus is a tall, evergreen gymnosperm. It has needle-like leaves adapted for survival in cold and dry climates. The leaves have a thick cuticle and sunken stomata to reduce water loss. It is monoecious, which means male and female cones are found on the same tree. After fertilization, it forms winged seeds enclosed inside woody cones. Pinus is perfectly adapted to harsh climates with its needle-like leaves and water-saving features. Ginkgo, the living fossil. Ginkgo is called a living fossil because it's the only living species in its group. It has unique fan-shaped leaves, which are deciduous, unlike most gymnosperms. Ginkgo is dioecious, meaning male and female trees are separate. It also has motile sperm, a rare primitive feature. Ginkgo is valued in traditional medicine and used as an ornamental tree in cities. With its fan-shaped leaves and ancient lineage, ginkgo truly bridges the past and present. Now let's look at angiosperms, the flowering plants. These are the most evolved and widespread plants. Based on seed structure, they're divided into two groups, dicots and monocots. Dicotyledons, dicots. Seeds have two cotyledons. Leaves show reticulate venation, a network of veins. Vascular bundles are arranged in a ring inside the stem. The root system is taproot type. Flowers are usually tetramerous or pentamerous, meaning petals in multiples of 4 or 5. Examples: mustard, pea, mango, rose. Dicots are flowering plants with 2 seed leaves and strong taproots. They form a major part of our diet and garden plants. Monocotyledons, monocots. Seeds have 1 cotyledon. Leaves show parallel venation. Vascular bundles are scattered throughout the stem. The root system is fibrous. Flowers are typically trimerous, with petals in multiples of 3. Examples: grass, wheat, maize, banana, lily. Monocots like rice and maize dominate our fields. Notice their parallel-veined leaves and fibrous roots. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, like the video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Follow us for more content like this. Check out the full Plant Kingdom series in our channel playlist. Up next, we'll be bringing you practice questions to test your understanding of this chapter. See you in the next video. Keep learning, keep growing.